Example 16. Simplify x to the power of a half times x to the power of 3/4. The first step in doing this is to recognize that we're multiplying same base different powers. So in order to do this, we'll add together our powers of a half and 3/4. Recognizing that a half and 3/4 can't be added together unless you have the same denominator, we can change that half to 2/4. So 2/4 plus 3/4, meaning that when we add this together, we add the numerators, so 5/4. Now, x to the power of 5/4 is actually not mathematically nice, so to speak. So what instead we'll do is we'll convert this into a surd. So we're going to have the fourth power, or the fourth root, of x to the power of 5 as our end solution. Example 17. Write x times root x as a fractional power. First thing to note that there is a multiplication between the x and the root x, so we'll expand that out. And then let's convert that that square root x to a fractional power. So the square root of something is the same as raising it to the power of a half. So that's the same as x to the power of a half. Now that x by itself has a power of 1, which means that we can add together 1 plus 1/2, where 1 is the same as 2 on 2. So adding together that, we will get 3 on 2. So this is equivalent or equal to x to the power of 3 on 2. Again, I don't want you to leave an answer in fractional indice form, so we're going to convert that to a surd, where we're going to have a square root, and then what we're squaring, or what we're square rooting, will have a power of 3. So this will look like this. Example 18. Write m to the power of 2/7 as a surd. There is actually two solutions to this, so we'll go through both of those. The first solution is to recognize that with a denominator of 7, you can take the 7th root. So we would have the 7th root of m, and then because the numerator is 2, we square the m. My apologies, that x is supposed to be an m. The other option is to, instead of squaring the m, square the entire thing. So we go the 7th root of x, and then we raise the entire thing to the power of 2. Example 19. Evaluate 4 to the power of -1/2. There is a note here that you should take the reciprocal first, i.e. we're going to make that power a positive using the 7th index law. So we'll first off go 1 on 4 to the power of a half. We're now looking to convert that 4 to the power of a half to a surd. When we do this, we'd have the square root of 4, and we know that the square root of 4 is 2, so we can actually simplify this all the way down to 1/2. These are all the examples for fractional powers. Make sure you have them down in your rules book.